What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today I'd like to respond to a couple of these comments that came into my channel. They were bashing unions, and I gotta just push back because it's ridiculous after so much that unions have done for workers to have working people have these views about unions. So let's dispel the myth. Let's address the comment. Here we go. This person writes, "Yikes. In my 30-year career as an electrical engineer, every single time I had an experience with union employees, it was an experience of incompetence, corruption, and outright laziness. Every single time. How many American industries do unions have to destroy?" First off, you're an electrical engineer. You know how many times union electricians have to correct electrical engineers because they screw up? And we find the screw ups when we're doing the install and have to fix their screw ups. You know how often it happens? It's a running joke. So for this person to be so high and mighty on a high horse tells me a couple things about this person. This person thinks themselves better than the working class. He has no idea that he is a member of the working class. This person shows me that it's a little bit of a brown nose, a little bit of a suck up, a little bit of a clout chaser. To sit there and say that every time you had an experience with union employees, it was an experience of incompetence. Really? Union employees are the best trained, best paid, safest, highest quality. You want to sit here and talk nonsense about incompetence? Please. Corruption? Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. Corruption? You might as well say people breathe air. Corruption. That's silly. That's silly. And outright laziness. When you value your work and what you bring to the table, certain things have to be expected. Breaks is part of that because you know what you bring to the table. And here's another aside that I don't think many folks know. Breaks actually increase productivity for the company. But they won't tell you that because owners have always been the types that want to take, and not give much. Just take. And this person sits here and says outright laziness. Come on, my guy. Every single time. Really, there was no exceptions? There was no exceptions. Let's say you did have a bad experience. Let's say you came across a corrupt, incompetent, lazy union job that you were engineering. You're telling me every single job site that you went to was like that? Every single one? You're lying. You're lying. Statistics would disprove that. You're just lying. And how many industries do unions have to destroy? Again, talk about being cucked by the man. For this person to sit here and be like, yes, boss, can I have another? American industry destroy. Unions built the middle class, you silly rabbit. If it wasn't for unions, these companies wouldn't be able to make the money that they make. Because who's going to have the money to pay for their outrageous prices? And it's funny because they charge all these outrageous prices, overmarking what it actually costs them to make the product. And then they don't even want to pay their employees so that they could buy the daggone product. At least Ford got that part right. These people are amazing. How you will look up to the person dominating your life because they gave you a little sprinkle of sugar and be like, screw everybody else who needs something. I made it. I made out. Screw everybody else. You're all a bunch of incompetent fools. Really? This person's nonsense must be countered. When you come across these types of attitudes, you have to counter them with facts and reality. You got to dispel this boogeyman myth that goes around. And let me tell you young folks something. Get into a union. And if you can't get into a union, make one at your job site. Even though God only knows how that's going to go because you've seen what Google did. But yeah, man, I had to respond to this comment. And then let's talk about, we mentioned they want to charge all these exorbitant prices, these high prices. They want to inflate the prices. Remember, you've heard the term greedflation, where they artificially raised up the prices and started siphoning the money. I wouldn't even be mad if I had to pay more prices, higher prices, if I knew the workers were getting paid better. They always use that boogeyman. We can't raise the minimum wage. We can't do it, because if we do it, the prices will go up. But then they raise the prices like crazy and keep the wages low. It's like, man, you told me about a boogeyman and then you made it come true. But it came true regardless of the workers because they didn't get the money. And we sit here and fall for this okie doke. I got a working person talking this nonsense. Woo. Jesus, take the wheel. We got to do better. Let's keep up the fight, man, because the fight is so important, and we got to dispel this myth. You come across this attitude at work, please correct it, and do it lovingly. You know, don't be mean about it, but please correct this, because this is just nonsense. Don't believe the hype. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember, the fight's not left and right, it's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one, teach one, get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I front and center. Let's go.